graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. All right, we got another Phillies spring training game this afternoon, and they will be taking on Team Canada, who is, of course, part of the World Baseball Classic. So this is a game for them, and it'll be interesting to see how the Phillies do today. Aaron Nola is actually going to be on the mound this afternoon for the Philadelphia Phillies. Give me a little mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me know if you guys can hear me down below. Drop those ones in the chat. Yes, okay. I can't seem to figure out what that extra noise is, so I guess I'm going to have to figure that out. I don't understand what that noise is. That is kind of bothering me a little bit. What the extra noise is. I thought that I had it all planned out. Let's mute this. Let's try to just mute every single tab, I guess, right? I guess so. This is muted. Nope, that's not muted. I thought it was muted. And that is not muted either. Okay. This, yes. All right. So let's get on into the starting lineups this afternoon for the Philadelphia Phillies. We'll do that right now. So for the Phillies, they have Trey Turner batting in the leadoff spot, and then it'll be JT Realmuto catching behind the plate. Alec Bohm is over at third base. He'll be batting third. Adolis Garcia is out in right field, and he will be batting in the cleanup spot. I'm going to turn this on real quick again just to see if there's any other noise. Over at second base, it'll be Bryson Stott. He'll be batting in the 5 spot. Brian De La Cruz out in left field. He'll be batting 6th. Batting 7th is Johan Rojas. And 8th will be Dylan Moore. Leo Verpiguero is going to be batting in the 9 spots. Okay, so clearly it's not working. I don't know what it is. Okay, whatever. So again, it's Turner, Realmuto, Bohm, Garcia, Stott, De La Cruz, Rojas, Moore, and Piguero that are in the lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. For Team Canada, it'll be Edward Julian playing over at DH, and then you got Abraham Toro batting second. He'll be at third base this afternoon. Josh Naylor batting third, playing over at first. The right fielder is Tyler O'Neill. He'll be batting in the cleanup spot. Tyler Black takes over at second base. He'll be batting 5th for the Milwaukee Brewers. Otto Lopez from the Miami Marlins playing over at shortstop. He'll be batting 6th. Jared Young is the left fielder, and he'll be batting in the 7th spot. Liam Hicks is the catcher. He'll be batting 8th. And last but certainly not least, it'll be Denzel Clark batting in the 9th spot. And on the pitch for Team Canada is going to be Cal Quantrill. Okay. So yeah, let me know how you guys can hear me. Yep, you sound fine. You hear me just fine. That's good. Marshall says, what's up? I'm cheering for Canada. Sorry, you don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize at all whatsoever, my friend. All right, so we should be underway right now. I think we got the right channel up. Let me just play around with this. And we should be ready to go. Oh, it was on the wrong channel. All right, here we go. First pitch, And there's a line drive hit out over towards right center field, and a diving catch made in the alleyway by Johan Rojas. Edward Julian took that thing for a ride, and that thing just sliced over towards that alleyway in right center field. What a catch by Rojas. The fact that he was able to hang on to that, he had to go towards his left, and he just got there in the nick of time, flashing the leather. Awesome. That was cool. Got to cut that. And here's the first pitch from Nola in this second at-bat, and that'll be in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Dude, that was impressive. Abraham Toro is now up at the plate, batting on the left side, and the 0-1 pitch that he takes is going to be called a little bit high. Abraham Toro playing over at third base. And Josh Naylor waits in the on-deck circle. His bat is playing over at first. A lot of lefties in this lineup. Next pitch, that's in there for a called strike. The coaching staff for Team Canada, Ernie Witt is the manager. Greg Hamilton is the bench coach. Then you got Justin Morneau as the hitting coach. Paul Quantrill, that's Cal's father. He is the pitching coach. And then you got Russell Martin over at first base. Stubby Clapp is the third base coach. Dennis Boucher as the bullpen coach. Kellen Deglin as the bullpen catcher. And Jordan Precision as the bullpen catcher as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola on the hill for the Phillies. Again, it's Julian Toro, Naylor, O'Neill, Black, Lopez, Young, Hicks, and Clark. Toro, by the way, a switch hitter, hitting over on the left side. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got a change up there that just sailed out of the zone. And Aaron Nola gets his first strikeout. And so there's 2 away. Afternoon, JJ. Thanks for doing this one. Insane that I have the Peacock NBC Sports package and it doesn't include NBC Sports Plus. That's crazy. That's wild. Nola last year, 17 starts, a 5-10 record. Went 94 1/3 of an inning. He had a 6.01 ERA as well. Naylor is going to foul off the first pitch. His brother Bo is also on Team Canada. He's not catching this afternoon. Let's go Phillies, but for the World Baseball Classic, I have to root for my second home. You're good, man. You're good. No balls, 1 strike to Josh Naylor. The 0-1 pitch to Naylor, and he sends this one out over to center field. Rojas is there. He takes about 5 steps in towards home plate and makes the catch, and the inning is done. So 1-2-3 goes Team Canada, and Team Philadelphia is coming up to bat here in the bottom of the first. I don't know why I said it like that. That's crazy. Dude, that catch by Rojas was so freaking awesome. What's up, Jim? How are you doing? Marshall says, I'm from Canada. Where's everybody tapping on in from? Let us know down below. And again, if you guys do want to reach out, if you do want to email me, you most certainly can. It's jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. And you can email me that way. You can also send stuff to my new P.O. Box. The P.O. Box number is 6. It's in Gibbsboro, New Jersey. 08026 is the zip code. And, of course, when you address it to Play-by-Play with JJ. If you want to send me some fan mail, if you want to send me gifts, you can send me anything. Just send me anything. You can. It's a shame that it's never helped us bat. King of Pressure, PA, baby. King of Pressure. Shout out to King of Pressure. Yes. You're not that far from Norristown. It's cool. All right, Phillies starting lineup. Let's get to the meat and bones of this. Trey Turner batting first. JT Realmuto batting second. Alec Bohm playing over at third, batting third. Adolis Garcia out in right field will be batting fourth. Bryson Stott playing over at second. He'll be batting fifth. Sixth is Brian De La Cruz out in left field. Johan Rojas playing out in center field. He'll be batting seventh. Dylan Moore DHing, batting eighth. And batting ninth is Leo Verpiguero. And so that is the starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. I do want to see if there is a way that I can change this. MLB.com/game-day. Let's try this. Let's go to Phillies. Let's go to scores. Game day. There we go. That's better. The ball is 1 strike to Trey Turner. I meant to try this out beforehand, but I got caught doing something else. There's Cal Quantrill on the mound. It's no balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. And there's the 0-2. And that is taken low for ball 1. So it's not on ESPN. There's no game day stats on ESPN today. They don't do it with the World Baseball Classic mix, which I think is interesting. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitch to Turner. He's going to foul this one back on over towards the screen. Bear with me for 1 sec, chat. All right. Here's the 1-2 to Turner. That is low. Does this one show up? No, doesn't. What the heck? Odd. There we go. That's better. 2-2 pitch to Turner. That's way inside and taken for ball 3. Is this better? Yeah. Be cool one day if we can get like somebody to do this. But for now, this is what we got to do. And you can see the lineups perfectly. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. Up next, it is JT Realmuto. And then in the hole, it's Alec Bohm. Quantrill on the mound. 7 pitches for him today. Right-handed pitcher gets set at the belt, and the 3-2 pitch is popped up over towards the first base side in foul territory. Naylor shields his glove, and he drops the ball. Ended up going over towards that track area and just had to battle the sun. Doesn't have sunglasses with him, and Trey Turner's going to get another crack at it. That will go down as an E3. Just hit off the tip of his glove. Had to go back a little bit over towards his left side, and then the ball just hit the tip of his glove, and he couldn't catch it. 3-2, and Turner's going to pop this one up over towards the shallow left field side. Saying I got it is the shortstop. And there is out number 1. Otto Lopez able to call off Jared Young. So it's an E3 and also a pop out over towards short. The defense for Team Canada over at the catcher is Liam Hicks. On the mound, it's Cal Quantrill. First baseman is Josh Naylor. Second baseman, Tyler Black. Over at third, it's Abraham Toro. And the shortstop is Otto Lopez. JT will pop up this again over towards the right side in foul ground. Naylor gets under it this time, and he will make the catch. And there's out number 2. Naylor's pointing to Black and showing where the sun is. And it's like, yep, I'm having a tough time with the sun right over here. So that's a pop out over to first. It's really a foul out. And now it's Bohm who comes up. And Alec takes a cutter at 87 down the hatch for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, line drive, leaping catch. Made over at third, and the inning is done. Excellent play by Abraham Toro. Hit sharply just right on the nail. And we're going to go to the top of the second. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. tuning on in from Philly. Let's go. Phillies and Canada's lineup are the same. Nope, I changed it. Top of the second, and the pitch from Nola. That's taken at 90 miles per hour, right at the knees. Thanks for telling me, though. Trying to keep my eyes on that. The ball is one strike. This is Tyler O'Neill, who is up to bat. And he takes the 0-1 outside for ball one. So the rest of the schedule for tonight, guys, we got the Sixers at 7:30. We got a back-to-back. We are doing the Sixers game at 7:30, and as soon as that game is done, we're going right on in to the Chinese Taipei Australia game for World Baseball Classic. We're covering the World Baseball Classic, we're covering March Madness, and we're covering the Phillies and the Sixers this month. So it's a jam-packed month for us as we get back on the bike. Rather than just doing Sixers games and Eagles games, it's going to get tight. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitch. There's a changeup that's sent out over towards center field. Rojas goes back right in front of the track, and he will make the catch just shy of the warning track for the first out of the inning. If you guys do enjoy my baseball calls, you might want to check out my basketball calls. You might just want to check them out. I know that we got some people that obviously tune on into our calls. Last night was definitely just a game that you just want to scrap and move on to the next one, and that's what we're going to do tonight because the Sixers did so bad. The pitch. There's a grounder hit over towards the right side of the mound. Nola couldn't get there, and Peguero had to back him up, and Tyler Black is going to get on with an infield single. Tough angle. Nola just couldn't get there quick enough, and then Peguero had to backhand it, and Nola was not even going to make it over to the bag. So Black gets on, and now it's Otto Lopez who comes up to the plate. The Marlin playing over at shortstop. Batted .246 last year, 15 homers and 77 RBI. Somebody that provides a lot of speed on the bases. The pitch. That's in there for a called strike. How's Nola looking so far, JJ? Nola's doing Nola things. He's doing good. Toss back on over to first, and he's safe. Julian hit a line drive out over to right center field, and Johan Rojas made a diving catch. Made an incredible diving catch, and we are going to post that on our shorts. The ball is 1 strike in the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards the right side, and out of play it goes. It was on the first pitch of the game. Canada lost to the Blue Jays. Damn. It's like saying, who did the U.S. play yesterday? Who did USA play yesterday? It's funny. What's up, Bray? Tuning on in from Naples, Florida. 1-2. Foul ball. What's up, Larry? How you doing, my friend? They played the Giants? Yeah. That's right. I think it was the Giants. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the next pitch is down for a ball. No throw made over the second. And Tyler Black is going to advance into scoring position. Got a pretty good jump there. We're good. Larry says, I'm skeptical, but I'll check out your Sixers calls. He's being sarcastic. 1-2 pitch. It's down and away for ball 2. They got blown out by 40 yesterday. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, top of the second. Nola looks back at second base. Black leads off. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 3-2 pitch. Line drive, and it's caught by Trey Turner just right there at the right time. Second hard shot that was hit off of Aaron Nola. There's 2 away. I didn't like that pitch. He left it out over the middle of the plate. It was a fastball. But there's 2 gone now. And that'll bring up Jared Young, who's currently with the Mets organization. Batted .300 in the minors last year. And he looks at the knuckle curve that's on the outside corner for a called strike. The Phillies will have Garcia, Stott, and De La Cruz to bat in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Garcia out in right field, Stott at second, and De La Cruz out in left. Here's the 0-1, and that's low and inside for a ball. So in case you're wondering why does our window captures look different, it's because ESPN is not showing the box score when a spring training team is playing against a World Baseball Classic team. So that's why we had to sort of adjust. 1-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. Because usually what I'll do is I'll have the window capture of the Phillies box score from ESPN, and same thing with whoever they're playing. But they're not showing it. 1-2 pitch on the way. That's a foul ball. Hit over towards the right side. That's probably how it's going to be for the spring breakout games, too. One ball, 2 strikes, 24 pitches for Aaron Nola so far. Turner popped out to short. JT popped out to first. And then Alec Boehm lined out to third. The 1-2 on the way. And there's a strike 3 called. We're going to go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. And so, Phillies are coming back on up. Aaron Nola with a pitch that was on the outside corner, went with a fastball. Jared Young did not anticipate that. And the Phillies and Team Canada will be right back. Oops, wrong one. I don't like how it keeps changing. That's the only thing I don't like. The Phillies today, with runners in scoring position, have not even had one. I was looking at Team Canada. They're 0 for 2 so far with runners in scoring position. Crazy. For real, though, JJ's basketball calls are astoundingly good. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do. We have fun. Again, if you are new to my channel, I do things a little bit old school. I come from a broadcasting background. I went to college at Rowan, and I just like play-by-play. You know, like a radio-style play-by-play. But I really also, as we're on this medium, I understand how important it is to be able to also talk to you guys because, again, it's not radio. It's not TV. It's like radio, as I always like to say, but you got to talk to chat, and you also have to keep your eyes, of course, on the game, and still put out the stats, still try to incorporate some new things, but it's not easy, but it's cool, and it's nice, and, you know, it's cool that we have watch parties on here, you know, on the YouTube platform, but I want to get more like traditional play-by-play announcers on here too. You know, I think it'd be so cool. Bottom of the 2nd, and the pitch to Garcia, and that's a cutter that's in the zone, taken for strike 1. Your chat's really delayed. My chat's delayed. Are you saying that I'm getting to my chat a little bit later? Well, that's because I'm trying to multitask. 0-1, and that's taken down for a ball. If it's delayed to type, though, you got to get out of the YouTube app and come back on in. 1 ball, 1 strike to Adolis Garcia. Acquired from the... Actually, it wasn't acquired. He was picked up by the Phillies. Played for the Texas Rangers. 1-1, swing and a miss at a 94-mile-per-hour pitch. JJ did a good job last night with a crappy game. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought that we could have done a little bit better. Thought I was a little bit too emotional, you know? But the problem is that, like, when they're getting blown out like that, you really have to. It does sort of become a little bit more like a watch party, especially when you understand the YouTube platform. So you kind of have to do that, you know. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch, and that's inside for ball 3. On the mound still for Team Canada is Cal Quantrill. Already has 17 pitches so far. Got himself a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. Garcia in the box. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that is a foul ball. Now you see the chat's late. Well. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. 3-2 is the count. Quantrill with 18 pitches. And the payoff pitch. This ball's grounded over towards Cal Quantrill. He played it on a bounce. He knocked it down. Has to pick it up. Throws it over to first. And Garcia is retired. So 1 gone in the bottom of the 2nd inning. I realized, too, though, like, a couple of reasons why I might be a little bit late with chat is because sometimes when I'm, like, looking at chat, you can get distracted if you're just constantly looking at chat. And it's, like, it's important to balance, right? Like, looking at chat, acknowledging chat. Obviously, you acknowledge the supers, and you acknowledge the memberships and that type of stuff. But at the same time, if you're just constantly, like, just focusing on chat, at least from my experience, as stock comes on up to the plate and takes the pitch up high for a ball, you tend to lose track of like what you're going to say, but also it's hard for you to think at times. You guys make it hard for me to think. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if I constantly just continuously look at chat. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is upstairs and taken for ball 2. Stott has had a very good spring training, I will say that. 3 extra base hits, 5 walks, and he is 5 for 8. He has hit the ball really sharply, and even the 2 outs that he's made, still making very hard contact. With the 3 outs he's made, 2 of them were hard contact for outs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, chat, if you have not done so already. Go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. We're doing the World Baseball Classic, and we also got March Madness. The 2-1, it's inside, and that'll be taken for ball 3. Brian De La Cruz is making the team. Hey, I want to see a fight from these guys that are just going to make the spot, you know? I really want to see them just give it all that they have. The 3-1, swing and a miss. And now the count is full to Bryson Stott. Quantrill gets set above the belt. The 3-2 pitch. There's a line drive right into the 4-3 hole for a base hit. And Stott's going to get on with a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So a good swing by him. Kind of surprised that they weren't going to pull him a little bit more towards that first base side. Looked like that they gave him a little bit of a hole there. To his credit, though, he got it through. Ernie Witt is the manager for Team Canada. There he is chewing his gum with his sunglasses on. 1 away, bottom of the 2nd. And Brian De La Cruz comes on up. And the pitch. That's a foul ball. The balls and 1 strike. Still in the majors, yep. I'll tell you who else is still in the majors, if you can believe this. Do you guys remember? Well, actually, he's not in the majors, but he's playing for Team Canada. Felipe Almont. The 0-1. It's a wild pitch, and that is going to make Bryson Stott go on over to second base. It got a little bit away from the catcher. It wasn't actually like too far away, but good for Stott to be able to advance there, and that'll put a runner in scoring position for Philadelphia. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of the second. The pitch to De La Cruz. Line drive, base hit out to left field. Stott's going to be waved on home, and the Phillies will take a 1-0 lead. Got a pitch left up, out over towards the middle of the plate. Let's go. That's what it is. Let's go, baby. 1-0 Philadelphia. PAS is here in the chat. I think I just realized what the sound effect was. I think I just got rid of it. Here's Johan Rojas, who takes a called strike at the knees. Is already behind in the count, 0-1. PAS is who? Brian De La Cruz, baby. The ball is 1 strike in the pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop, and the throw on over to second. That's all that they're going to get. And that's because Otto Lopez stumbled just a little bit as he attempted to get the ball right into his bare hand to make the throw over to second. He just fumbled it for just a quick second, and you can't do that. Rojas able to get on with a 6-4 fielder's choice. What's going on, PAS? How are you doing, my friend? It is good to see you on here. Folks, if you love to follow baseball, as the throw made back over to first base is going to get away from the first baseman, and so Naylor has to chase after it. Johan Rojas goes on over to second base, and that'll put another runner in scoring position. Team Canada just making some mental mistakes. Dylan Moore is in the box, by the way. Quantrill tried to throw back on over to first. The throw was low, and it was a little bit towards the right side of Naylor. He tried to catch it with an open glove. The pitch to Moore, and he slices this one out to shallow right field, and a diving catch made by Tyler O'Neill. He is a very good defensive right fielder, and he was just able to take away a base hit from Dylan Moore. The Phillies, though, get a 1-0 lead, and they will go to the top of the third inning. They'll be back. Rojas with a 6-4 fielder's choice. And then Dylan Moore with a fly out to right. It's Rojas who's suspended, right? Yes. Can't wait to stream full time, says PAS. Dude, that's so sick. That's awesome, man. Make sure that you guys go follow Pure Adrenaline Sports as he covers the Mets. He covers the Flyers. He covers the Jets as well. And does a lot of other NFL and MLB content as well. He also will be doing the World Baseball Classic. And I think he still does St. John's. You still do St. John's? You still do St. John's? Isn't Rojas suspended? Yes. He's suspended for 80 games, says Larry. And he is. But it doesn't start until the very beginning of the season. P.S. says I'm still stuck at work. 1-0 Philadelphia as we go to the top of the third inning. In case you're wondering how they got the lead, it was Brian De La Cruz who got on with an RBI single. Liam Hicks, Denzel Clark, and Edward Julian are going to come on up to bat for Team Canada. Is this water? Nope, it's still frozen, isn't it? It's cooling down, actually. 9 more subs until we get to the 8330 marker, chat. I'm going at this for now 3 years. This is our 4th year that we're doing this, man. We're not rookies anymore. We are not rookies anymore. Hard to believe. 25 pitches for Aaron Nola through 2 innings so far. He'll pitch the 3rd inning. And he fires a 4-seamer And that's fouled away. Last year, with the Marlins, Hicks played in 119 games. Batted .247, had 6 long balls, and 45 RBI. Some Johnnies, but not too much, he says. I like your basketball calls. 1 ball, 1 strike. As to Liam Hicks. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola winds up and fires, and that's fouled away. JJ, are you doing the World Baseball Classic tonight? Yes. We got the Sixers at 7:30. And as soon as that game's done, I'm saying goodbye to chat right away. I'm ditching everybody, and I'm doing the World Baseball Classic. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a grounder. Hit over towards the third baseman, Bohm. He picks it up. He fires over to first. And out number 1 is made. That's a 5-3 put out. So, yeah, busy day. And then I still have to put out the schedule. I also have to eat. A lot of content coming up over the next 4 weeks. So when we're back on the bike, it's great. It feels good. There's a cutter that's taken down the middle at 86 miles per hour for strike 1. And that'll make the count 0-1. P.S. says, I'll be back tonight. I'll be back. From the Terminator. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a nasty knuckle curve thrown by Aaron Nola. I don't know how many he's thrown today, but that was impressive. If Aaron Nola is going to be good this year, that pitch, that knuckle curve, has to be the bread and the butter. 0-2. That is way outside for a ball. The knuckle curve is going to have to be strong. He's going to have to paint those fastballs on the corners. And his IQ really needs to be on the money. 1-2 pitch. And just like that, a cold strike 3 on the outside corner at 93 at the knees. Let's go, Aaron Nola. This is awesome. Great. That was a beautiful pitch. It looked like maybe it was going to go outside, but it just caught the outer plaque. And there is out number 2. Edward is here. What's up, Edward? Top of the third. And a knuckle curve that is on the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. That thing certainly had a lot of life to it as well. Edward Julian, who flied out in the first, 0 for 1. No balls, 1 strike. Nola kicks, fires, and that is a 4-seamer on the inside corner for strike 2. So he's getting ahead in pitch counts. Julian currently with the Rockies organization. Last year played with the Twins in 64 games. Had it just under 240. The 0-2 on the way. And that is a little bit low. There's also a good pitch, too. One ball, 2 strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 36 pitches from Nola. And the 1-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Aaron Nola has retired 9 of the 10 batters that he has faced. Awesome. Bamman says, I disagree a bit. More variety in his pitches is one of the things Nola really needs. He was throwing too many curves last year, but the curve being good isn't bad, obviously. See, I think personally that the bottom line is that his command has to be really strong. But if the knuckle curve is flat, that's a problem, right? If the fastballs are left out over the middle of the plate, that's a problem. So the bottom line is that he doesn't have the 95, 96 mile per hour fastball like young Aaron Nola did. So if he's going to be strong this year, he needs to really just work on his overall command. And I think that the knuckle curve is his out pitch. I do. So that has to be his strongest pitch. Now, obviously, you want to see him incorporate the slider. You also want to see what he can do with the changeup as well. He goes to it every once in a while, but if he's going to succeed, that pitch has to really be nasty. It has to be on point. So, then again, he has to locate his fastballs. Nola's looking better and better. Yeah, man. He is. He looks calm, cool, and collected out there right now. A lot of hard, well, I don't want to say a lot of hard contact, but with the first pitch that he left out over the middle of the plate, Rojas made that catch. You also saw Otto Lopez hit one pretty sharply after Tyler Black got on with an infield single. He has looked pretty good ever since then. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Philadelphia. And up to bat is Liover Peguero. We have a new pitcher for Team Canada. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is taken low. Jordan Balazovic, last year with Minnesota, 18 games, a 1-0 record, and a 4.44 earned run average. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball back up the middle under the glove of Otto Lopez for a base hit. And there is a leadoff single by Peguero. All right, let's go. Got it right on through the hole. Trey Turner is coming on up next for the Phillies. Turner popped up in the first. He actually really popped up twice. Nola giving up hard contact. Only two of them were hard. He's been in cruise control ever since. There's a four-seamer that is on the outside edge for strike one. It's still a little bit weird not having the pitch tracks there. Yeah? It's still kind of odd just getting used to that. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Turner. There's a fly ball out over to center field. He got it off the end of the bat, and that's going to stay in the yard. And the catch will be made by Denzel Clark for out number 1. Showing a replay of Bryce Harper getting on base yesterday, driving in a couple of runs against the Giants. Oh, I'm so sorry, Edward. Man. I'm so sorry, man. Condolences. And much love. The pitch to JT, and he looks at the strike at the knees. No balls, 1 strike to Real Muto. Here's the throw back over to first, and it's not in time. Time is at 1:46. So what I started doing, chat, as it's a no ball, 1 strike count to JT, and the next pitch is tapped foul towards the third base side. I started doing this, okay? So I'm not on Facebook much. I'm really not. But I know I've always wanted to keep track of my friends' birthdays because I think that that's really nice. And so what I've been doing is I've been writing them down in my calendar. I have like a little birthday calendar that I now keep. 0-2 is up high for a ball, and now that is a 1-2 count. Today we got 4 birthdays. It's crazy. 4 birthdays today. But I've been asking like my friends, when is your birthday? Just because I think it's also something that we've sort of lost touch with is recognizing that, if you're not on social media, sometimes like when you just send somebody a text message or if you call them or you wish them a happy birthday, it does go a long ways, you know. The pitch, there's a ground ball hit back over towards the third base side. The throw to second, there's one. The throw to first, that is a 5-4-3 double play. And we are going to go to the fourth inning. 1-0 Philadelphia. Any birthdays tomorrow? None. Okay. But yeah, do any of you keep like birthday calendars? I've also been doing that for like wedding anniversaries and bar mitzvahs and all that type of stuff. You know? VJ Edgecombe's out tonight. I'm not surprised. That injury that he suffered from yesterday that did not look good going on into halftime, and he didn't come back out there for the second half, so I'm not surprised. I don't think that there's any reason to play him tonight. Tyrese Maxey is like the only star that's going to play, right? Hey, JJ, when's your birthday? August 10th. August 10th is my birthday. I'm a Leo. In case you could not tell, I don't know if you guys believe in zodiac signs or if you are into that type of stuff. I'm 1,000% a Leo. I'm quiet. Doesn't necessarily look like it from your guys' perspective, but I'm not a natural yapper. You know? It doesn't really come fully natural to me. Like doing play-by-play does. But yapping and like thinking about questions, that does not come natural to me. And that's been something that I've been really trying to work on. Especially when you're on this platform, you have to be engaging. You have to keep the conversation going. You have to find a way to make yourself stand out. And I think with baseball, it works. With basketball and with the more fast-paced sports, it's different. Duran is going to pitch. We're going to see Duran this afternoon. This is big. Aaron Nola, his afternoon is done. He pitched very well. 3 innings for Aaron Nola. And was able to get 2 strikeouts in that third inning on backwards Ks. He had a total of 4 strikeouts this afternoon. Yohan Duran on the mound for Philadelphia. And here's a 97-mile-per-hour four-seamer that is a little bit low. Toro struck out in the first. That was Nola's first strikeout victim. So he's 0 for 1. The 1-0 pitch. It's high and taken for ball 2. Dallas Modgirl is in the chats. Don't tell my supervisor that I'm watching the game, JJ. I got his number. No, I'm kidding. 2-0 pitch. That's low for ball 3 at 98 miles per hour. Trey, you're rooting for Team Canada. That's right. How about that? 3 balls, no strikes, top of the 4th. Duran not able to find the zone so far. And he finally does as he catches the outer third of the plate at 98 miles per hour. Doc says I'm writing that down. Thanks. I appreciate that, guys. 3-1 pitch. There's a line drive played on the bounce by the shortstop Turner. He fires it over to first after he gathered himself. And there's the first out of the inning. That was Toro. I was like, wait, who was up to bat? What was going on? As I looked down on my scorebook. Her. Oh, did I say him? I apologize. I should not have done that. I'm also trying to get out of that habit, too. That's a big L on my part. Naylor comes on up and takes the pitch outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. There's another knuckle curve that's thrown down Broad Street for strike 1. Casal Osursity. Thank you so much for the sub. I missed that before. But thank you very much for the sub over on YouTube. 2 away as the pitch to Naylor was chopped on over towards the right side. Stott fielded it off of 2 bounces and made a short throw to first to get the second out of the inning. Tomato. It's all good. Yeah, but I shouldn't assume that. You know. The pitch. That's low at 96 miles per hour. Tyler O'Neill flied out in the second. Here's the 1-0 pitch to O'Neill. That sweeper's down the middle. And taken for strike 1. Two away, top of the 4th. Duran will get the signs from Real Muto. He kicks, he fires, and that's high and inside for ball 2. I also noticed that I gotta stop shaking my knee because it vibrates. It vibrates the web camera. 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive hit out to left field. It's hooking foul, thank goodness. That was hard contact. And that'll make the count 2-2. Looks like it's beautiful weather out there. Looks like a perfect day. No, I just scrolled down on here, but I wanted to see if they showed the weather. Nope, they don't do that. I could just look up the weather. 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the upper tier of the zone. It was a splitter. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 Philadelphia. Let's go. It was good. All right. Got up to 97, 98 with his fastball. Splitter looked good. Command was sharp. The one foul ball that was hit that was hard by O'Neill, it was, looked like it was over towards the inside corner, but good job by him. 1-2-3 inning. We'll take it. We will take it. Phillies have 3 hits today. Canada just has 1. Who's going to wake up at 5 a.m. with me and be up for this Czech Republic-Korea game? Is anybody going to be up at 5 a.m.? Because we will. We got a game at 5, and we got the Phillies game in the afternoon at 1 o'clock. Then we got Australia versus Czechoslovakia again at 10 o'clock. Got to put in those hours, man. Got to put in those hours. Got to stream. Got to put everything on in. Somebody make me a cup of coffee tomorrow. Just kidding. Totally just kidding. I keep my birthday calendar in my head. You're August 10th, right? Yeah, I think I just didn't I say that? Yeah, I did. But yeah, it is August 10th. That's correct. Mine's August 18th, and the hubby's is on the 8th. Wow. So you're both Leos, too. That's cool. I have a good memory with birthdays. Jimi Hendrix is November 27th. Damn. Matt Davidson's going to play over at first base. Davidson was on the White Sox. Is he still on the White Sox now? That means that Josh Naylor's afternoon is done. And Alec Boehm's going to come on up. James Paxton's also going to pitch, and he's having a PitchCom device issue. And Liam Hicks is going to walk on over towards the mound. James Paxton. But yeah, Felipe Almond is on Team Canada, as we talked about that before. When did they draft Almond? Felipe Almond. I'm going to look that up right now. draft. 2007. Drafted in 2007. He's now 37 years old. Gosh. Last MLB appearance was 2015 with the Phillies. And he's still pitching. Good for him, man. Pitch to Bohm, and he flies this one out over towards deep left field, and that ball is gone! A little how do you do from Alec Bohm. The high part of the inside corner, and he was able to get the barrel on it. Let's go. No balls, one strike is the count to Adolis Garcia, and Garcia will fly this one out over towards left center field. The catch will be made in the alleyway by Denzel Clark, and there's one away. Not bad contact by Garcia. Got it off the end of the bat. Put it in a good spot, but Denzel Clark, pretty fast and pretty speedy out in center field. Covered a lot of ground there. And there's out number one. Let's go. JJ, I'll get Egg McMuffins, hash browns, and orange juice for the game tomorrow. That sounds good. One out in the bottom of the fourth. And it's Stott who comes on up to the plate. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons too, folks. 1-0 is the count. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Stott is in the box. And here's a four-seamer that's on the inside corner at the knees for strike one to Bryson. Stott did single in the second. He also scored a run as well. He's 1 for 1. Next pitch. It's low and taken for ball 2. Bohm's homer, that was the 4th hit this afternoon for Philadelphia. The 2-1 pitch to Stott, and he shoots a foul. Keep it clean, my friend. Keep it clean in the chat. Do not curse. That's your first warning, my brother. But it's good to see you on here, man. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch is down and away for ball 3. And the count is full to Bryson Stott. Up next is Brian De La Cruz. Stott did single his last time up. The 3-2 pitch. And he gets a piece of it and stays alive. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Eagles football. We're also doing the World Baseball Classic. And we got March Madness up this month. So the content is going to get very, 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 very jam-packed. 3-2 pitch to Stott. Here it is, another foul ball. That'll go behind the seats. Let's go. We'll take that. Yes, Rojas is playing for an inexplicable reason. Well, he's not suspended until the season starts. 3-2. It's inside, and that's taken for ball 4. And Stott able to get on with a 1-out walk. And that's his second time that he has gotten on base today. Let's go, Stott. They're not the daycare anymore. Stott, Marsh, and Bulmer, not the daycare anymore. I should get a shirt that says that, not the daycare anymore. The pitch. That's a knuckle curve, and that's in the dirt for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Brian De La Cruz had an RBI single back in the second. 1-0 pitch. It's low for ball 2. And by the way, I don't know if I said that Stott stole a base. He did not steal a base. He advanced on over to second on a wild pitch. That was back in the second inning. So he singled in the second. He advanced over to second, and then he scored a run. Now he's back over at first in the bottom of the 4th. Got on via a walk. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball over towards second base, and he bobbles it, and that's going to go all the way over towards left center field. That would have been an inning-ending double play, and instead, the Phillies are going to have runners at the corners. A routine ground ball hit right on over to the second baseman, Tyler Black. He got the glove down and just couldn't pick it up. It deflected off of the right of his glove, the right side of his glove, and then it just skipped on past him. He had to go chase after it and barehanded out in center field. So the inning will continue. No outs were recorded on that play. And here comes Johan Rojas. So that is recorded as an E4. Rojas shows bunt, and he fouls off the first pitch. It actually hit off the catcher's mask, and he has to go get it. And he'll pick it up, and Rojas asks if he's okay. He says, I am. The ball is 1 strike. Rojas draws his stance. Light blue batting gloves for Johan Rojas today. Paxton kicks, deals, and Rojas hits a fly ball out over towards right center field. That's going back towards the track. Clark can't get there, and it's going to bounce off the track. Stott's just going to jog on home, and that'll make it 3-0 Philadelphia. And there's been a lot of problems with the sun out in the outfield. Denzel Clark tried to chase that thing down. He had his sunglasses on, and it just got over towards his right side. And that's an RBI double by Johan Rojas. Bounced off the track, then it ricocheted off the wall. Runners now at second and third. And it's still Moore who comes up, and he's going to ground this one over towards third. And the throw on over to first base is in time. That will score another run for Philadelphia, as out number 2 was recorded. First base coach Paco Figueroa is a little confused. That is what, a 5-3 double play? Did he tag him over at third? Didn't necessarily see that. What happened? Are they showing a replay? They're stuck. Must have been tagged out over at third, and the throw over to first was in time. Dillmore grounds into a double play. Third baseman Abraham Toro to first base Matt Davidson. Brian De La Cruz out at third. That's weird. So how would you score that? That's a 3-5-3 double play? Or sorry, a 5-3-5 double play, right? Weird. Nonetheless, a double play does end the inning, though. It's tough because, again, they cut it back so quickly. I'm waiting for Belgium versus Congo. Are we covering that game? Are we doing that? Belgium versus Congo. I don't think we are. Belgium versus Congo. Baseball. Dude, it's so easy to troll me. Belgium versus Congo. I don't even think that's a game. Yeah. So you definitely trolled me. I'll be up, says Aaron Stark. Let's go. Let's go. I work 6 a.m. Central until 6 p.m. Central time. Nice. Cool. So yeah, we'll be up. We'll be doing that. Get me some coffee bright and early. 3-0 Phillies as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Team Canada just has 1 hit. Duran pitched an inning. Nola pitched 3 innings and pitched very well. Good stuff from Aaron Nola today. And Tanner Banks is now going to pitch. Phillies have a 3-0 lead. Canada's defense has been terrible in this game so far. The pitch. There's a called strike at the knees. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you guys do that. Don't be afraid to subscribe. It is free. It is free. The ball is in 1 strike. Here's a slider that catches the outside corner, but they're going to appeal and ask if he went. Couldn't see. Thought it hit the outside edge. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. They said that he did not go. The next pitch, sliced on out of play. Top smoking the wacky weed, JJ. So what, we get drunk. So what, we smoke weed. That's going to be stuck in my head now. 1-2 pitch and a called strike 3 at the knees. Tanner Banks able to get his first out via strikeouts. Cha-ching. Drop those monies in the chat. Duran had 16 saves with the Phillies since he was acquired last year from the Twins. 1 out, top of the 5th. Pitch. That's a sinker. It's in there for a called strike. Oh, you said stop smoking weed. I thought you said top smoking the wacky weed. Because it says on the... That's confusing. Your name on Ninja Chat literally blocks the S. That's odd. And I tried to expand it. Nothing. It still blocks it. 0-2. Change up. That's low for a ball. Who sings that song? That's a Young, Wild, and Free. That's Bruno, Wiz, and Chad, help me out. Help me out. Who else is on that track? 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball. I have not listened to Bruno's new album yet. Duran has 90 career saves in 4 seasons. A 2.44 ERA. So, what are we going to do at save number 100 for Duran this year? I haven't even thought about that. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Tanner Banks with back-to-back Ks. He gone. Shout out to my guy. Is Paxton now with L.A.? I can look that up for you. Hey, Siri. Is James Paxton on the Dodgers? Pitch, ground ball, hit over towards the second baseman Stott. The throw on over to first. It takes a bounce, and it's in time to Peguero. And there is out number 3. That was Jared Young who grounded out over to second. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. Yes, James Paxton is on the Dodgers. Hey, Siri. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it. Yes. All right. All right. Did this melt? I'm afraid to open this. It's probably going to splatter. I still do have another cup right here. It's probably not that cold, though. Money in the banks. I like that. I like that very, very much. That's crazy. Oh, man. Who's up to bat now? Peguero, right? Liover Peguero. Yeah, Young, Wild, and Free. No one looked it up for me. I'll look it up. Young, Wild, and Free. Who sings that? Living young and wild and free. That's, yeah, I said it was Bruno. Bruno Snoop Dogg. I forgot Snoop Dogg was on that track. Song came out in 2011. Snoop Dogg and Wiz collaboration. Yeah, it's a good song. Can't lie. It's a good one. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. Mark made me think about that song when he said stop smoking weed. Rob Zastryzny, who pitched for the Brewers last year, is on the hill. Peguero will fly the first pitch out to center field, and there's a leaping catch made by Denzel Clark for out number one. As the ball came on in, Clark did not anticipate that it was going to go over his head, and he had to jump for it, and he did. And out number one is recorded. Is there a batter's eye at Baycare Ballpark? Because I think that that's like one of the reasons why they're having a tough time seeing that. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Is there a batter's eye at Baycare Ballpark? The ball's one strike, and the pitch to Turner. He gets a piece of it. Baycare Ballpark does have a batter's eye in center field. But then why is it... Well, that would obviously make sense because they're not facing the direction of the batter. So I guess that the glare is just terrible. And it's just so sunny out in Florida, you know. 0-2 pitch. That's low for a ball. And usually we don't necessarily think about that because the Rays Stadium, you know, Tropicana and Lone Depot Park are indoors. So they don't have to deal with that. 1-2 pitch, ground ball right through the hole underneath the glove of Otto Lopez out to left field. And Trey Turner will get on for his first time today. Happy that he was able to attack that pitch. Lopez is going to tie his right cleat. The Dodgers are stacked again. Dude, the Dodgers are stacked that literally they don't even need Rocco Baldelli, who was the manager of the Minnesota Twins, and he's in their front office. Like, that's how stacked they are. He's in their front office now. The pitch. And there's a foul ball. JT popped out and grounded into a double play. The double play that he grounded into ended the third inning. The ball is one strike. Turner leads off over at first. There's 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Zastryzny on the mound. Gets set above the belt. And the 0-1 pitch. There's a foul ball. Got a piece of the changeup. And the count is 0-2. We're in the bottom of the fifth. The Phillies have 3 runs. Brian De La Cruz had an RBI single. Alec Bohm hit a homer. And Johan Rojas had himself an RBI double. 0-2 is the count to Real Muto. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 outside at 91. Fuqua. I hope I said that correctly. Fuqua, what's going on, my friend? How are you? Big shout out to you for being on here. Johan Rojas. Let's go, baby. Toss back on over to first. And Turner is safe. Let's go. I appreciate you for being on here. Turner leads off over at first base again. He has 2 mitts on. 1-2 to JT. That's popped up into foul territory over towards the right side. Going to be a tough play, and no one's going to get there. The right fielder, the second baseman, and the first baseman tried to call each other off, and nobody was able to get on over to it. That was a nice catch, though, by that fan. Did I get a piece of her? She's laughing. She's like, I can't believe that I got a JT Realmuto foul ball. Well, you did. That's cool. One ball, 2 strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch to JT. That's popped up again, out over to shallow right field. This time, the right fielder will call off the second baseman, and the catch will be made. And there's 2 away. Oof. Nola said he's never been to Italy. How can he play for them? How can he play for them? You know, the funny part is that he didn't leave yet, which is kind of shocking to me because World Baseball Classic starts pretty soon. But I guess that Italy was not playing in any of... Did Italy play yesterday? Can somebody fact check that for me? Turner's going to advance on over to second base. A balk was called. They did. They called a balk. Players can compete for a country, according to Gemini, they were not born in for the World Baseball Classic by meeting one of several flexible eligibility criteria based on heritage, which is probably what it is, residency, or legal eligibility for citizenship. So probably because of heritage, I would say. That means his mom or dad had to have been from Italy, right? Noah's grandparents were on both. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over to third, and the throw over to first will be in plenty of time, and Bohm is out. Italy played the Cubs yesterday. Huh. Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised that he's not with them right now. He must, I guess he leaves today. Weird. My back. Gotta stretch. Let's go. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ, in case you didn't know. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. We're also doing the World Baseball Classic, and we are doing March Madness here in the month of March. A jam-packed month for us when it comes to content. We'll be up at 5 a.m. calling a World Baseball Classic game. That'll be cool. And then we got the Phillies tomorrow afternoon. We have, so here's the schedule, again, for what we're doing. So we got the Sixers game tonight at 7:30. And then right after that, Chinese Taipei taking on Australia. We'll be covering that game as well. That'll be from 10 to 1. And then we'll go to bed. Czechoslovakia plays against Korea at 5 a.m. We'll be covering that game. And then the Red Sox play against the Phillies at 1 o'clock. I don't know if we're going to be able to cover that game. I don't know if we're going to cover it. Australia, though, versus Czechoslovakia, that game will be tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, too. We will be covering that. Top of the sixth, and here's the pitch from Jonathan Bolin. It's a slider upstairs. Another big outing for him. This guy might be in the running for a back end of the bullpen type of a pitcher. So he goes to another slider, and that'll catch the outside corner for a strike one. Liam Hicks, 0 for 1, grounded out in the third. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Felipe Almond is warming up in the bullpen. He's warming up for the Phillies. There he is. 1 ball, 1 strike. Is he back with the Phillies organization? Or is he just wearing his Phillies uniform? He has to be back with the Phillies, right? He has the spring training hat on. No. They showed they put a graphic up of the wrong guy warming up in our bullpen. Felipe Almond is warming up in Team Canada's bullpen. I was like, wait, he's not getting an audition. There he is. He's right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They screwed that up. Somebody is warming up in the Phillies bullpen, though, and I was thinking that can't be him. But there he is. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch is outside and high for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Bolin comes set again, and the payoff, a foul ball. That one will go on out of play. Any place that you guys have never been to that you've always wanted to go to? The reason why I ask is because I was thinking about making a list of places that I've never been to that would be kind of cool to go to one day. 3-2 pitch. Line drive hit out to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. And Adolis Garcia plays it on a bounce. And Liam Hicks gets on with a leadoff single, that is. I've never been out to the West Coast. Never been. The furthest out west I've been is Dallas, Texas, and that was for a bar mitzvah. That was probably 10 years ago. It was like 12 years ago. Yeah, 12. No, it's been 11. 11 years. Yeah. That's the furthest out west I've been. I've never been out to California. It would be kind of cool to go to San Fran or L.A., San Diego. The ball is 1 strike. Denzel Clark is in the box. Bolin still on the mound. 8 pitches for him. Gave up a leadoff single to Liam Hicks. Next pitch. That's outside for a ball. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike to Denzel Clark. I've always wanted to go to Canada. Toronto sounds pretty cool. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch, another foul ball. We'll do it again. I'm from Toronto, so let's go with Rhode Island. That's cool. Rhode Island. Was just in Rhode Island in December. 1-2. Up high for ball 2. Hawaii and more practical, the Atlanta Aquarium. I've heard really cool things about the Atlanta Aquarium. I've heard very cool things about that. That'd be really cool to go see. It actually, if we would have went to the All-Star game last year, that would have been perfect. Didn't even think about that. But that's quite a lot of money. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch was down for ball 3. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Giles, what's going on, man? Good to see you on here. I'm from Toronto, he says. That's so sick. 3-2 is the count. And the payoff pitch, that will sail outside for ball 4. Bolin not able to get off to a good start here in the 6th inning. And we'll go back to the top of the batting order for Team Canada. Russell Martin is the first base coach for Team Canada. Speaking of former Dodger players, played with the Jays too. Ray says, I'd rather go to strip clubs. Never been to one. The pitch. It's inside and taken for ball 1. I've heard stories, though, that it's like so easy to get scammed. Like if you go, like you really have to be careful. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch from Bolin, and that slider catches the outside corner for strike 1. Anywhere else? Anywhere else that you guys have never been to that you would like to go see? Anybody ever been to Europe? 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. There's another curveball. That's fouled away. I'm going out of the country for the 2nd time. I am going to the Bahamas. That'll be in April. going for a cousin's wedding, and I'm very excited. I'm really looking forward to that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards the left side, and it'll go out of play. Strip clubs. So 2 on, nobody out. Julian in the box. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, here it comes. It's inside and high for ball 2. I guess what I probably should do is after this, I probably should get a little something for tomorrow because, again, it's going to be a long day. 2-2. Ground ball hit over towards the first baseman, Peguero. He has to turn, throw it over to first, and Banks can't beat it out. Oh, damn. That was Bolin who caught it, tried to tag the bag, and Julian was able to beat him right to the punch, and that's going to load the bases. So as Peguero backhanded it, he was looking over at second to try to get the out there, tossed it on over to Bolin, and Bolin just did not watch his footing, and it was a tie between the pitcher and the base runner. And obviously the tiebreaker goes to the base runner, and that's going to make bases loaded. With nobody out. It's a mental mistake. Abraham Toro comes on up. He's 0 for 2 today, and he's ahead in the count 1-0. Bahamas are cool. Get a snorkel. Yeah, we're thinking about doing that. I don't know if we're going to go snorkeling. I don't know what the family has in mind. Pitch. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. But yeah, Bahamas. I'm excited about that. It'd be cool to go snorkeling, though. The 1-1, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, and that is going to go all the way towards the wall, and that should easily clear the bases. And so, a bases clearing double provided by Abraham Toro. It went all the way towards that right field corner, and that'll make it a 3-3 ball game. That pitch was left out over the middle of the plate, and Toro got the barrel on it, lined it out over to right, and got it in the sweet spot. Hicks, Clark, and Julian all scored, and we're going to have a pitching change. So Jonathan Bolin still responsible for the runner at second. He was doing so well right before this outing, and then just could not get any outs. And so it's a brand new game. Canada ties it up 3-3. But yeah, Europe, I'd like to go to. I've heard really cool things about Greece, Rome as well. Traveling's just expensive, though. It's not cheap to travel. I mean, flights are not cheap. Airbnbs are cool, but like, it just ain't cheap. I do feel like, though, that going to all 30 MLB parks would be really cool, and I think that maybe that might encourage me to travel a little bit more. You know? How many ballparks have you guys been to of the 30 in Major League Baseball? I still got to go to Yankee Stadium. I do. Yankee Stadium still open. City is still open for me. I've been to Nationals Park, Citizens Bank Park, Fenway Park, Camden Yards, and I think that's it. I think that's all the parks, yeah. So I still got 26 more I got to go to. Right? Yeah. It is. Phillies have a new pitcher coming on in. It'll be Combs now pitching. Davidson is up to bat. Came on to play for Josh Naylor. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss at 93 miles per hour. 1-1 is the count. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the next one is up high and taken for ball 2. Anybody going to try to go to the Field of Dreams game this year? The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll make it a 2-2 count. That was a fastball at 94. Two balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Combs gets set and deals. And the next pitch is grounded right in front of the plate. JT has it. We'll get the easy out over at first. And the runner from second is going to go on over to third base. Surprised. Got a good jump there, though. It was a 3-0 game before Jonathan Bolin came on in. And then he didn't even get an out. Had the bases loaded and then allowed a 3-run double to Abraham Toro. Here's Tower O'Neill. Looks at a curveball. That's outside. Only the bank. Pittsburgh, I've not been to PNC. And Casey for me, so 27 to go, says Eric. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. The Vet, Camden Yards, Yankee Stadium, and CBP. So yeah, wait, how far? Naples, I was going to say, yeah, you're not close to Miami. You're not close to Tampa Bay. Naples, Florida. How far is Naples from Clearwater? Florida always confuses me because it's such a big state. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Naples, Florida to Clearwater. It's like a 2-hour, 44-minute drive. Okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And to Miami, that's 2 hours and 5 minutes. The 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball back up the middle, and Canada's going to take the lead. It went right through the hole, and that'll make it 4-3. An RBI single by Tyler O'Neill gives Canada the upper hand. And that run is also going to be charged to Jonathan Bolin as well. Another pitch that just was a fastball that flattened out over towards the knees, and it went right over to the second base side. I grew up in Northfield, New Jersey. The pitch. It's outside and high. The throw over the second base. JT guns him out. And there's 2 away. An excellent throw by Realmuto. You can run, but you can't hide off of JT. Let's go. That was smooth. And Turner actually with a beautiful swipe there as well. As soon as he caught it, he just tagged him on the right shoulder. The throw was right over towards the chest. So that's what he had to do. And he tagged him just there. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on. And 2 outs. Canada up 4-3 against Philadelphia. Here's the windup and the pitch. That'll catch the outside. Nope, it's a little bit outside for ball 2. Tyler Black, who's 1 for 2, singled back in the second and also stole a base. Northfield, New Jersey, is that considered Central Jersey or is it North Jersey? And Tampa from Naples is like 2.5 hours as well. Okay. 2-1 pitch. It's a foul ball. What about Jacksonville? Jacksonville's more west. It's actually more south, right? Oh, Jacksonville's north. You're south compared to Jacksonville. Gotcha. Northfield, New Jersey. That's South Jersey, Northfield? What? Oh yeah, it's to the west of AC. Got you. That's where it is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a curveball that is a little bit outside for ball 3. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 4-3 Canada. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The payoff pitch, way down low and inside. And Black will get on once again. For the second time today, it's on with a walk here. Gotcha. So that's where you grew up. Interesting. They actually hit him right on the ankle. Thought he just got out of the way of it. So it's a hit by pitch technically instead. Comes the pitch. It's a 94-mile-per-hour fastball that's up high. Otto 0 for 2. Lined out and also struck out. 1 ball, no strikes. The runner goes. The pitch is in there for a strike. JT's throw is way over the head of Bryson Stott. It goes out to center. Black will stop, though, at second base. Phillies are in Fort Myers on Saturday. Yeah, that has to be closer. Two balls, 1 strike. 2 away in the top of the 6th. Have you been down to any spring training games? The 2-1. And that's on the outside corner for strike 2. It was a slider. Memberships. They are $2.99 a month. Get access to some awesome emojis. The 2-2, that's a curveball, and that's fouled away. We'll do it again. We've been on for an hour and 52 minutes. It's probably going to be a 9-hour streaming day, which is long for us. It's been longer than it has been over these last couple of months. 2-2, line drive, and the catch made by Turner as he caught it right by the letters. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. The Team Canada does take the lead 4-3. And Garcia will lead it off when we return. Okay. Line out over to short. That was 8 men that came on up to the plate. We'll be right back. All right, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. The ball is one strike. As Adolis Garcia is in the box. Felipe Almond is now pitching. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, a guy that was drafted by the Phillies, 46 games, 1-6 record, a 6.8 ERA, played with the Phillies from 2012 to 2015. The pitch, here it comes, swing and a miss. And that'll make the count 1-2. That's so cool. He's 37 years old. He turned 37 in January. The 1-2 to Garcia. That's inside for ball 2. He's throwing 93. He was the 3rd earliest Canadian pick and was taken by the Mariners. Taken after Adam Lowen and Jeff Francis. I remember Jeff Francis. Both picked in 2002. Next pitch. And it's now a 2-2 count. He was the first player born in Quebec to be selected in the first round of any MLB draft. That's also really sick. The 2-2 pitch to Adolis Garcia. That's a curveball, and that's fouled away. Two balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch. It's popped up. It's hit out over towards the third base side in foul territory. And the catch will be made. And there's out number 1. All right, chat. So help me out with something. Okay. All right. So this person, okay, goes to the ballpark. Okay. The atmosphere is electric. Their team is tied in the 9th inning. But this person's phone buzzes because they have a deadline for work tomorrow. There's only a few minutes left in the game and a long drive ahead. This person is like 2 hours away. Lives 2 hours away from the ballpark. This person has to decide whether to stay and watch the last moments or go and leave and beat traffic. Okay? What would you do? Is my question. Because some people are like, you can't leave the ballpark. But, like, what are your thoughts about that? 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a curveball that's way outside for ball 2. The team is tied. It's in the bottom of the 9th inning. Okay, this person gets like a text, a reminder that they have to do something, that there's a deadline for tomorrow, but they have to drive 2 hours. Okay, do they leave the ballpark early and beat the traffic? Or do they stay? The pitch. There's a grounder hit over towards the second baseman. And the throw on over to first is in time for out number 2. That was Bryson Stott that grounded out. I just want to know like what you guys would do. I'm staying. The regret rule. Will you regret it if you do or if you don't, says John. I'm staying. I'm getting, if I have to sacrifice sleep or whatever it is, I'm staying. But I guess it also depends, though, on how long the thing I have to get done is. And also, what type of a game is it? Is it a playoff game? Is it a regular season game? If it's a playoff game, I'm staying. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Brian De La Cruz is up to bat. But 2 hours, like, it's not like nearby, you know? There's a curveball that's in the dirt. I'm taking for ball 2, but, like, what would you guys do if you were in that situation? Are you the type of person that's like, I have to be able to stay at the ballpark even if there's like a blowout? Like, I don't want to miss out on anything. Like, I spent my money for this. Are you that type of a person, or are you like, the game's not great. Like, I want to beat traffic. Got stuff I got to do, like, where's your mindset at? 3 balls, 2 strikes, the 3-2 pitch. There's a pop-up, hit out over towards shallow right center field. And the catch will be made by the center fielder for out number 3. And we're going to go to the top of the 7th, 4-3 Canada is the score. If it's the Phillies, okay, says John, I'm leaving because they're going to fly out with the warning track, to the warning track with the bases loaded. If that's the Phillies, with Bryce Harper up to bat, even with Kyle Schwarber up to bat with the bases loaded, I ain't doing that. Nah, if they have a chance to walk it off, I'm staying. That's what I'm doing. That's crazy. That's diabolical, John. That's diabolical. But then, look, the reason why I say that, though, is because it's bases, like, it's one thing if it's just bases loaded and they're, like, if they're down by, like, 5, like, I get it, but, like, it's a tie game, bases loaded, bottom of the 9th, everybody's standing up, and, like, all they need is a hit in that situation, like, and then they walk it off, and then you're going to be like, dang, like, I missed that, I don't know. That's crazy. That's wild. But then it's like, if he gets out, you're going to be laughing at everybody. So I guess that either way, it's like, it's an extreme either way. I don't know. That's crazy, though. Seema says I would stay. Even if you had, like, a very tight deadline for work the next day, you'd still do it? I feel like every spring training game they get Rob on. Not saying that that's a bad thing. I just find that to be very interesting. But then again, NBC doesn't cover every single spring training game. Top of the 7th, the pitch from Backus will catch the outside corner at 90 miles per hour. No balls and 1 strike. Backus on the bump. It's a 93 mile per hour pitch that he throws, and that's going to be a little bit outside. The pitch on the way. There's a high fly ball hit out over towards right center field, and it's going to be caught right in front of the warning track for out number 2. Phillies have new players out there. They got Campbell out in center field. Dylan Campbell. Peguero's playing still over at first base. In right field, though, it's Pedro Leon. The left fielder is Frank Reyes. I keep thinking Franmil Reyes, but no, it's not. Felix Reyes, excuse me. It's Felix Reyes. 1 ball, no strikes. Backus with the next pitch. That's a sinker at 93. I traveled from the Virgin Islands to watch a Phillies 3-game series against the Red Sox in their heyday. Stayed at the 2 Liberty with my best friend. They got swept. Dude, that's crazy. That is just, like, on their end, that's pretty mean. That's pretty bad. That's terrible. You stayed for all 3 of those games. That's terrible. The pitch is taken down low, and that is a 4-pitch walk. Start off the 7th inning with 1 out. Eric says I'm staying. Only time I leave is if my team is getting blown out and I'm wet and cold. I did choose to not wait out a rain delay once and watched at the end at a hotel. See, if there's a rain delay, I'm still staying. But again, like if I have like obligations to do like the next day, like I understand, like for the people that have stuff that they have to do, like I get that. But I want to enjoy it all. I do. That's just me. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, top of the 7th. And here's the pitch. That's a sinker that's in there for strike 2. But here's the other thing, though, chat. Like, I feel like if you're a season ticket holder, you know, because you get to go to, like, a lot of games, like, that's, like, one thing. But when you just only go to, like, a select amount of games, if you only go to, like, 1 game a year, like, that's a special thing. You know, it doesn't matter, like, who they're playing. Like, you paid for that ticket. So even if, like, they're getting blown out, it's like, or if I'm going to a game and it's only, like, 1 game a year, I still want to be there and, like, soak everything in and just enjoy that game because that's the only game that I'm going to, you know? 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And here's the pitch. And that is going to be taken outside for a ball. Doc says I'm staying. Doc says you're not taking me out. Love that, Doc. Big shout out to you. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch, and that's inside for ball 2. Top of the 7th, 2 away. A runner on over at first. Canada has a 4-3 lead against Philadelphia. Don't forget, folks, we got the Sixers game tonight at 7:30. Then we're on for Chinese Taipei baseball tonight in the World Baseball Classic. And then at 5 a.m., we'll be up doing the Korea baseball game as they take on the Czech Republic. So a lot of action. A lot of good stuff. The 3-0 pitch. It'll catch the outside corner for strike 1. 2 away, top of the 7th. A runner on over at first for Team Canada. This is Owen Casey, who is up to bat for Team Canada. He was on the Cubs last year. Takes the 3-1 pitch, and that'll be right down the middle for strike 2. Doc, make sure that you drop your link down below, my friend. Dr. Delay is awesome. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Everybody say hi to Dr. Delay in the chat. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. And that will do it for the 7th inning. It's stretch time out at Baycare Ballpark. 4-3 Phillies trail against Team Canada. And they'll be back in just a little bit. Oops, did that save? I don't think it did. Nope, it did not. Oops. That sucks. Now it will. It's good to see you guys. John says that was diabolical. Yeah, that sounds pretty diabolical. I plan baseball for the day, so it doesn't matter when I leave the stadium. No rush to go home, says Seema. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And turn on the notification bell icon, too. Now, are you the type of people, okay, that are like, you know, not only am I going to go to the game, but, like, as soon as the gates open, like, I want to be there for batting practice. Or are you that type of person, too? Or are you like, you know, I'm going to go to the game, and then it doesn't matter, like, when I get there. It could be, like, right after the national anthem. You know, if we miss the first couple of pitches, that's okay. Like, which type are you? Which type of baseball fan are you when it comes to that? Because with me, I'm more of the, like, okay, you know, if I get there early, great. But, like, you know, I got to be there for the first pitch. You know, like when they're presenting the starting lineups, I need to be seated or I need to be standing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of person that I am. But I know people that are like, no, I got to be there for batting practice. I want to be able to, like, walk around. I got to get my food. I got to get situated. I got to get ready for the game. You know, I have to take care of my own stuff. I got to be there and enjoy the whole entire atmosphere. The pitch. There's a foul ball. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Eagles football, and we also are doing the World Baseball Classic and March Madness as well. The time to produce a lot of content and put in long days starts today. Actually, really started yesterday. We had a doubleheader yesterday, and now today it's a triple header. And then tomorrow is probably going to be either a double or a triple header. Yeah. Backus is pitching now with Philadelphia. He's being interviewed in the dugout on NBC Sports Philadelphia. No balls, 2 strikes to Pedro Leon. New pitcher for Team Canada, that is Ashman. Ashman now on the mound. Micah Ashman pitching for Team Canada, drafted by the Tigers back in 2004. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch is taken outside for ball 2. If I'm at a game, okay, I'm staying to support my team, says J-Man Arco, 22. Next pitch was fouled off. I've only ever left a game early once, which was an Eagles preseason game. Okay, but an Eagles preseason game. Okay. 2-2 pitch. Line drive, hit out to left field, and that is caught for out number 1. A sinking line drive and an excellent catch made out in left field for the first out of the inning. That was to Jared Young. Okay. Click me, says Dr. Delay. More like, just kidding. I was gonna say more like clickbait, but no. I can't do it. I was just messing with you, my guy. I was just totally messing with you. Now you're probably gonna clip that. You're gonna be like, "Wow, JJ, I see how it is." No, I was just trying to make you laugh. I swear. That's what it was. I swear. No, Dr. Delay is not clickbait. He is not clickbait at all whatsoever. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. That is my guy. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. Drilled out to left, but it's a foul ball. So the count is 0-2, and that's Dylan Moore up to bat against Ashman. Oh, I get there early, says J-Man Arco, so I can go around, do all I need, merch, the food, walk around, and then once I'm watching, I don't move until the 7th inning stretch. It's good for you, man. Well, I get banned, says Fuqua, if I stay for the free gift at the gate and then leave the stadium and watch the game at home. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. That is a crime. Just kidding. You can do whatever you want, man. The 1-2 pitch. That's a changeup that's taken down for ball 2. I know somebody that actually did that. That was just like, you know what? I'm going to the game. I didn't have to pay for a ticket. I really don't want to be here, but like I want the Cole Hamels bobblehead. I'm like, you're crazy. You're absolutely insane. That is wild. And then just go home after that, like, that's crazy. I think it's crazy. 3-2 pitch. It's down for ball 4. And Moore gets on with a 1-out walk. I think that's pretty wild. But no one can stop you, man. Best Phillies game I saw, says John, was at the Vet. During the day, a businessman special with Dollar Dogs. I remember you told me this. My old manager took me. Can't remember who won. It was hard to see from the nosebleeds. I remember I asked you who won, and then yeah, I remember you were telling me that story. That's cool. That's still cool though. That you got to go. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. The tying run's over at first for Philadelphia. Al Baumholtz today for the Phillies. It was a solo shot. The 0-1 to Curtis Cairo. It's lifted out to center field. It'll stay in the ballpark, though. Only taking 3 steps inwards is Denzel Clark. And he will make the catch for the 2nd out. Hit that thumbs up button. 7 more subs to go till we get to the 8330 marker. Yeah. Love the nosebleeds. JJ, do you like tacos? I do. I'm a big tacos guy. Yes. Love tacos. I love burritos too. Okay, but can you explain to me though, Franco, what's the difference between a taco, a burrito, a fajita, and a wrap? Because I can't understand. I can't understand it. Felix Reyes is up to bat. 1 ball, no strikes. Because I like them all. I do. 1 ball, no strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-0. That's a foul ball. I know what a quesadilla is, and a taco. Like those are different sizes, right? But like fajita, burrito, and wrap. Those are the ones that I get confused. They say yo hablo en español. You won't. No hablo español, man. Lo siento. The 1-2 pitch to Felix Reyes, swing and a miss. Went chasing after a slider. Actually foul tipped it into the glove. That was actually a pretty good hang on I saw at the very end. Will there be any more MLB games played in Europe or Germany? I hope so, too. Bad I am living in Germany, says my guy ball boy. I think that they're going to bring it back. I do. They just didn't want to do it this year because of the WBC. But I think that they'll bring it back. Probably 2028 is when I would say. It all depends, though, because here's what you have to understand, too. I actually don't know how the lockout or how the potential strike, the 2027 season, I don't know how that impacts it as far as the relationship goes between the Players Association and the deal that they're going to try to make with the with commissioner. Like how many games are going to be played. I don't know. So that also does impact TV deals, and that type of stuff. It does. Fajita is more of the meat. Okay, fajita is more of the meat. Last time I had Taco Bell, I got a case of Diaz. You got a case of Diaz. Bro, the fact that you even got me on that, man, I'm so easy to troll. I was watching a compilation of Mike Francesca prank calls. I feel like that there's definitely going to be somebody that is going to clip me, okay? And they're going to have like a 2-hour compilation of JJ getting pranked by chatters. It's going to happen. It's going to happen one day. It just is. Because I'm so easy to just fall on into like these like little, what do you call it? Not idiosyncrasies. Like, what's the right word? It's so easy for me to fall into these traps. Man, it really is. 4-3, we're in the top of the 8th inning. There's the Philly fanatic. 4-3, Canada up against the Phillies. After this, I got to make my thumbnail for the Sixers game. What else do I have to do? I have to get the sound effects ready for WBC. I probably have to get myself like a coffee like beforehand for tomorrow because I'm not going to like want to go out there in the middle of the night. I got to get that stuff done. And then I got to edit my shorts. Gosh. No sleep tonight. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Cabrera pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies. No balls and 1 strike. I don't think that the 3D graphic is going to work tonight. I really would have loved to test it out tonight because that's what we're going to use during the regular season, the 3D experience. It's going to be a little bit different of a setup. The ball's 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Cabrera on the mound. My work here is done. Case of Dia. A beer case of Dia. The ball's 2 strikes. The pitch. It's outside. I swear it's going to happen. Someone's literally going to edit me just getting baited by chat. 1-2 pitch. It's low and away. Taken for ball 2. Wraps are cold sandwiches. I think burritos are warm. Okay, but then what about fajitas? 2-2. And that is a foul ball. Fajita is more of the meat. But I thought that fajita, though, was like a type of burrito. Again, like, please educate me on this because I really don't know. I'm, like, genuinely asking. I know I could look it up, but it's not as interactive. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards short. And the throw on over to first base is in plenty of time. And there is out number 1 of the top of the 8th inning. Genesis Cabrera. Is pitching. Can't wait for the 3D. Yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll be cool. The pitch. There's a line drive hit out over towards the left field corner, and that'll get down for a base hit. The throw from left field over to second is off the line. And there's a 1-out double by Matt Davidson. Yeah, the 3D is going to be cool. If people don't like the 3D, I am still going to offer a vertical stream without the 3D. We'll be able to test it out on opening day night. I'm not streaming that night because I'm doing the Sixers game, but after that's done, I will test stream the 3D and see how that looks. And then we'll do it for opening day. They'll be sick. No balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Robson is up to bat for Team Canada. We got a post-game show after this, too. We'll do a little wrap-up. 0-1, swing and a miss. It was on a sinker at 95 miles per hour. JJ, what's up, Fuqua? What's going on, my guy? I got a new one for you. Stromboli sausage roll and calzone. 3 items that are similar to fajita, taco, and wrap. That is a good one, too. That's actually a really good comparison. I never even thought about that, too. Yeah, what are the difference between those 3? Also, is it gravy or sauce? I have to troll with your chat. I gotta. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 8th. Is it sauce or gravy? Come on, we're on this topic. 1 and 2. It's down and away for ball 2. It's sauce. It's sauce, man. If you say it's gravy, you're crazy. I'm kidding. It's gravy. Like turkey gravy. It's not turkey sauce. It's turkey gravy. Chicken gravy. That's what it is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the 8th. But dude, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. Fuqua says sauce. Get out of here, man. Nah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, top of the 8th inning. And the pitch. That's a foul ball. Gravy is only for Thanksgiving. Well, yeah, you got turkey gravy. You got chicken gravy. There's a lot of types. But I gotta ask. Is it gravy or sauce? Tomato sauce. Yeah, it's not tomato gravy. Meat gravy. We say meat sauce. But you know what? I guess that's an interesting one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, top of the 8th. JJ, you're trying to start a war. Yeah, I like it when chat's active. I love it. It's beautiful. 3-2 pitch. And that's a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. And that will cause out number 2 to be recorded. I am trying to start a riot. You didn't say war, But that's okay. If it turns into a war, that's fine. That's completely fine. Nah, it is gravy. It's turkey gravy. Yeah. That's how it goes. 2 outs, and here's the pitch. This is going to be sliced out to left center field. It'll get down for a base hit, and another run will score for Team Canada, and that'll make it 5-3. So a bloop single out to left center. Was that really a bloop? I think that was just more so of a floater. Is it a blooper or a floater? Dude. Oh, man. That's funny. How high does the ball have to get up for a blooper to be called? Gravy goes on mashed potatoes and chicken, says John. Chicken fried anything. Sauce is red and goes on pasta. Okay, but like pesto. Pesto is a type of sauce. Okay? Alfredo is a type of sauce. Marinara is a type of sauce. Right? But turkey, nah. That's turkey gravy all the way. Marsala sauce. Fettuccine sauce. That is a thing, right? Or am I trolling there? I might be trolling. 2 balls, no strikes. Hall is up to bat for Team Canada, and Cabrera fires a pitch at 95. Fajitas are grilled meat and stuff served with warm tortilla wraps and toppings that you make yourself. That's, I think, is a good way to explain it. Warmed tortilla wraps. Yeah. But couldn't they also be with taco shells, too? Oh, yeah, tortilla wraps. But see, now we're getting back into, like, this whole wrap thing because wraps, somebody said that wraps usually are cold. That's interesting. Sauces, toppings like barbecue sauce, Chick-fil-A. Yeah, Chick-fil-A. I could go for Chick-fil-A. Spelled differently. Sauce, hot sauce, etc. Orange chicken sauce. Yeah, like that makes sense. That makes sense. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch. That's another foul ball, and we'll do it again. Sesame sauce. Yeah. Sesame oil. But then it becomes sesame sauce. Right? You use sesame oil to make sesame sauce. That's weird, I guess. No, but sesame oil is an ingredient. Yeah. I'm lost. I don't even know how I got myself into this hole. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 gone. In the top of the 8th inning. And a runner over at first. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Genesis Cabrera. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still got 2 more innings of this. It's been a long game, chat. It's been a long game. The only time we use gravy is Thanksgiving. Sauce is used for all other meals, says Fuqua. It's a good combo, though. Let's see what Gemini has to say. What does Gemini have to say? Is it sauce or gravy? And then we'll change on to another topic. Okay, so Gemini says gravy is a type of sauce specifically made from the rendered juices, fat, and drippings of cooked meat, usually thickened with starch, right? A sauce is a broader general term for any liquid or semi-liquid condiment used to add flavor to food. That is like so technical. All gravy is sauce. Wait, this is a Reddit post. What? That's what they did. All gravy is sauce, but not all sauces are gravy. Is that true, chat? Genesis makes Exodus. Yeah, I knew somebody was going to say that. I guess that's true. All gravy is sauce, but not all sauces are gravy. That's pretty philosophical there. That was deep. All right. What are we in the bottom of the eighth? Yeah, we are. Time flies. 5-3. Canada up by 2. Phillies had a 3-0 lead, and then Jonathan Bolin allowed 4 runs in the 6th inning. And then Canada just got an extra run here in the top of the 8th. We're in the bottom of the 8th, though. Campbell comes up. No balls, 1 strike. Wilkinson is now the new pitcher for Team Canada. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Matt Wilkinson, 25 starts. Last played for Lake County for High A in the Cleveland Guardians organization. 4-9 was his record last year. Right-handed pitcher. And the 0-2 swing and a miss. That slider was nasty as soon as it was released. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And that's the first out of the inning. It's a good pitch. They got a lot of bite to it. In the South, they're going to make white gravy. They put biscuits. In the South, they make white gravy, and they put biscuits on them. I make them mean biscuits and gravy. Now, imagine biscuits and red sauce. Why would I want to imagine that? That sounds like ew. Oh, that's a terrible picture now in my head. Ugh. Ugh. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Carson DeMartini is up, and the pitch is inside for a ball. By the way, John, I don't know if you said if your package was being delivered this Monday, but I stopped by the P.O. box and it wasn't there today, or if you meant next Monday, because, again, I'm losing track of my days. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. And there is out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wilkinson. Oh, man. Oh, chat. Seamus says no, gravy is not sauce. No balls and 1 strike. We got 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-1 offering way outside at 90 miles per hour. Taken for ball 1. Dr. DeLay, post your link again in the chat, my friend. You are the man. Shout out to Max Coverage TV, too, because I feel like he says it like that, and I may have just taken that from him, and I apologize, Max. I don't mean to steal. You are the man, too. That's the way that you say it, though. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 gone, bottom of the 8th. Anthony's in the box. The 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive, and that goes past the second baseman over to right field. Second baseman Black tried to dive for it, and Anthony able to get on, and here comes the tying run to the plates. Bomb, bomb. Bomb, bomb. Yeah. Package due this Monday. Gotcha. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Wilkinson comes set and fires. If you guys do want to send me stuff, you most certainly can. Play-by-play with JJ would love to hear from you. Whether it's a package, whether it's a letter, whether it's a note, you can reach out to me. Opened up our P.O. box 3 weeks ago. 0-1 pitch. It's low for ball 2. Or ball 1, that is. But that's the address. Play-by-play with JJ, P.O. Box number 6, Gibbsboro, New Jersey, 08026. If you also want to become a member, it is $2.99 a month. We saw people renew their memberships, and you'll get access to more Phillies emojis this year during the regular season. And we'll be trying to do some more membership-only streams. So that'll be cool. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. And it's now a 1-2 count. 10 seconds again left on the pitch clock. Ricketts is up to bat. I want to get my members more involved. 1-2. Foul ball. We'll do it again. It's called a simulation. Funny. Ricketts in the batter's box. He's the tying run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wilkinson gets set again. Kicks. Fires. Swing and a miss, and he just struck out the side. And we're going to go to the top of the 9th inning. Phillies not able to bring a man home. They leave a runner stranded at first. They'll be back in just a little bit. Hardcore's here. What's up, Hardcore? First spring training game that I've seen you on here for. What's going on? There's Dr. Delay's YouTube channel. There it is. Nice, nice, nice. Again, continue to promote your stuff, my guy. You know, I said this the other day, and I will say it again, just because, again, I really care. Like, I genuinely care about trying to get other people to spread their channels on here, because, you know, I do that because I just care. You know, sometimes we're not going to be able to call games this year, and I have people that are going to be subbing for me. And I do that because I want to give other people a shot. I know I don't have to do it. Other people cancel their streams. I might have to cancel some of them, but I really love giving other people on here that I feel like that deserve an opportunity. I love giving them this platform, because some people wish that they had a type of platform like this. And I want to be able to help other people grow. And I just want other people to spread their words out there. So, you know, it's not just me that's in this. There's other people that I also want to win too. And that's why I always encourage people, whether it's RB, whether it's Mike, whether it's whoever, Dr. Delay, PAS, those are just the common ones that are on here. You know, BW, I want them to all grow. And I mean that. Not somebody that likes to step over people. I've been stepped over. It's a terrible feeling. We're going to go to the top of the 9th inning. Canada back up to bat. We got the Sixers tonight at 7:30. And then we got World Baseball Classic at 10 o'clock. Yes. If we lose this team, we should be banished from Canada. Says Hardcore. It's good to see you too. 1 ball, no strikes. I don't know if that was meant for John or if that was meant for me. But it's always good to see you. The 1-0 pitch. It's popped up. It's hit out into foul territory. And that's going to go on out of play. Where have you been? Where have you been, my friend? You just work? I'm from the north and never heard of red sauce called gravy, says Seema Fox. I've heard it called gravy. I have. But it's red sauce. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're still on this topic. Damn, I just aggravated chat. That's good. I want to get emotions out of you. 1-2 pitch. And that's taken low for ball 2. Jared Young in the box. Left-handed hitter, 0 for 3. Here's the 2-2. That's outside and taken for ball 3. The payoff pitch, here it comes. Ground ball, hit over towards the shortstop, sliding stop, and Rincon won't be able to field it cleanly. And that's going to result in an infield single. I think the Young would have beaten that out anyways, to be completely honest with you. Because he has a lot of speed. Hey, nobody has said anything to me about the box scores not matching. Pay attention, chat. Let's go. Just kidding. The pitch. It's low for a ball. Hey, JJ, your box score's not right. Well, now it is. 1 ball, no strikes. McFarland with the pitch. It's outside. The throw to second base, and the runner is out. Sit down. Excellent play there by Ricketts. Threw it right on the money. Took a one-hop right over to second. And Rincon just played it on the bounce. Was able to tag out the runner at the knees. 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch, that's a slider. Taking on the outside corner for a strike. That's like such an important, I mean, again, like you just don't think about it from just watching it all the time, but the amount of times that they go over those types of plays, it's all the time. When does the shortstop go to second? When does the second baseman go to second? Just to tag out the runner. It's just so interesting. And you got a split-second decision to make. The 2-1. That's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. White batting gloves for Bo Naylor, who's up to bat. And the 2-2, swing and a miss. Got a slider there. Went over towards the inside corner at the knees. And there is out number 2. Yes. Two outs, top of the 9th. Nobody on. The pitch. Check swing, he went around. I'm just glad you're involved, JJ. You were struggling with yesterday's relay of a relay. Not your fault, lack of proper data. I don't look at that. Missed the old one that showed the innings. Yeah, it's not my fault. The 0-1. There's a grounder hit over to shortstop. The throw on over to first base is in time. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th. And again, the reason why, like, that this is not showing is it's not so this is not ESPN. ESPN does not have any of the scores for the spring training World Baseball, the spring training MLB teams playing against the World Baseball Classic teams. So that's why we had to use MLB.com for this one today. Yesterday, obviously, calling the game, you're just listening to the audio and you're replaying it back and using your own words to describe the action and trying to listen and talk to chat at the same time. You know? But this, unfortunately, this is just not on ESPN. None of the, so like Pittsburgh played against, what was it yesterday? Dr. DeLay? What, did they play against Brazil yesterday or Italy? The bottom line is that the box score wasn't shown on ESPN. If it's just a spring training game, you know, like yesterday's was, then yeah. JJ is speaking the truth here. No scores for MLB versus World Baseball teams. I don't lie. I don't lie. Bottom of the 9th, 5-3 Canada. I know that you didn't imply that I lied, but no, I don't lie. That is the truth. Nothing but the truth. Here's a pitch from Wilkinson, and that is way outside for ball one. So we're in the bottom of the ninth. It's a 1-0 count. Wilkinson comes set and deals. That pitch is in there for strike one. Oops, wrong one. For some reason on the MLB site, it just keeps switching. It keeps switching up to whoever's up to bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arun Escobar in the batter's box. And the count is 1-1. Last year in the minors, batted .270 with 15 homers and 62 RBI. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Wilkinson still pitching. The 2-1 delivery, swing and a miss. That fastball only topped at 89 miles per hour. Can you please show the game? Chat, can I show the game? Can I show the game? What does chat say? Chat say. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And we're in the bottom of the ninth inning, and there's one away. There it is. First of all, I don't even think it makes sense to show the game now because the game is almost done. Second of all, if I would, I could, but I can't. One out, bottom of the ninth. The pitch. It's outside for a ball. It does not count as copyright. It does. What are you talking about? One ball, no strikes. The next pitch, that's a foul ball. And so the count is 1-1. Pedro Leon is up to bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's in the box. The 1-1 pitch is a changeup, and that is downstairs and in the dirt for ball 2. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Strawberry Girl, what's going on? Good to see you on here. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch. And there's a fly ball that's drifting foul and goes out of the yard. It's a foul ball, though. Ay. World Baseball Classic tonight at 10 o'clock. And then, of course, before that, Sixers basketball. Sixers play the Jazz at 7:30. 2-2 is the count. Wilkinson comes set again, kicks, fires, and the next pitch is popped up, and that'll be hit on out of play. Literally in the title, it says live radio play-by-play. Two balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. Leon, did he go? The pitch was in the dirt, and they're going to say yes, he did, and there is out number 2. Should you be able to challenge a check swing? I think you should. I think he just went. Got it right towards the halfway point. So 2 away, bottom of the ninth. There's a fastball that's outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch that is taken outside for ball 2, and Kano is here. What's going on, man? How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for showing my comment. I got you. Got you. I'm happy that we got this back. The desktop is phenomenal. I love this thing. It's beautiful. 2 balls, no strikes in the next pitch, and that's a foul ball. Still using the laptop, and obviously we'll still use it when I am not home. If I have to be overnight a couple of places and be remote. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away, bottom of the ninth. Pinto up at the plate, and the 2-1. Line drive hit out over to center field. That's going to be caught, and the ball game is over. after the Phillies were up 3-0. They lose to Team Canada by a final score of 5-3. The ball game is done, and the Philadelphia Phillies are not able to take care of business this afternoon. And Team Canada will get its first win of their World Baseball Classic season. Okay. Takeaways. All right. So we are going to have a little recap. Of course, again, thank you all so much for being on here. I appreciate you guys very much. Okay, so positives from today. Aaron Nola looked very, very good. I thought that Aaron Nola did a very good job in this game. A little bit of some tough contact in the first inning. You saw Johan Rojas make an excellent diving catch on the first pitch, and it was out over towards the right center field alleyway, and was able to take away a base hit from Edward Julian. But ever since that play, and really in the second inning, he did allow an infield single to Tyler Black, and then Otto Lopez hit a laser over to short, and that was caught. But really, other than that, he was great. He really was. The knuckle curve was ridiculous today. The slider looked good. The fastball was painting those edges. The paint jobs that he did today were outstanding. They really were. My favorite Aaron Nola strikeout that he had was when Denzel Clark was up. He had 2 strikes on him, and he just threw this nasty knuckle curve that caught the outer third at the knees for strike 3. That was a beauty of a pitch, and it was so good to see him out there go 3 innings, get himself 4 strikeouts. I thought that he was really, really strong. He had 3 backwards Ks as well. One of them was a slider that actually hit the outside corner of the plate, which also had a lot of life to it too. So I understand, again, that it's spring training, but also the other side of this coin, guys, is that he goes out there, he gives up 4 runs, he gives up 3 hits, right? And he gives up the long ball. So which would you rather have, okay? I think a lot of people would say that they'd rather have this type of a performance. So take it with a grain of salt. That's fine. I take it more as a positive today because when you pitch and you have a lot of movement to your pitches, that's not just like warming up, you know? Like, he's doing this in live games, and that's a positive step in the right direction. Duran pitched as well. Wasn't hitting 100. Did not expect him to hit 100. His top pitch that he threw today was at 98. But yeah, that was good too. He had a very decent outing. Came on in after that 3rd inning. You saw Toro ground out on a splitter that he threw. Naylor also grounded out, got on top of a couple of pitches, and then Tyler O'Neill struck out looking. So the results were good. He was ahead in counts. There was one pitch that I got a little bit nervous that he threw to Tyler O'Neill, and it was hard contact, but it was a foul ball. But got the result, and that is what ultimately matters at the end of the day. Alec Boehm had a nice swing in the 4th inning. Good for him to turn on a pitch that was towards the inside corner and be able to just get the barrel on top of that. So that was positive too. I liked Alec Boehm today. I liked his swing. Thought it was good. And the biggest positive for me today just continues to be Bryson Stott. Stott's hitting the ball very well in spring training. His stance looks a little bit different. And the way that he's been able to pull the balls, he's also going the opposite way a little bit more. You saw a home run that he hit the other day out to center field. They showed a stat today that he was 5 for 8 coming on into this game. And I remember 2 of his outs that he recorded were hard contact outs. So, yes, it is spring training. Yes, the games don't matter. But they gotta play something, you know? Like they have to do this in live games, and I don't care if it matters or not. I want Bryson Stott to come on into the regular season and get off to a good start. I do. I want him to do well. Now, the alternative is that maybe he does get cold, and there's maybe sort of a fear factor of that. But I can only go based off of what I see. you understand? He had a single out to right where he actually got it right through the defense towards that 4-3 hole. It was cool, and then he walked his next time up. He just looks like he's a more patient hitter this year, and you need that. You need that type of style of hitting from Bryson Stott. He's going to have to be one of those other players that steps up. If he's not going to hit well against lefties, that stinks, you know? But I am very happy with what I saw today from those guys. Trey Turner, yeah, he did go 1 for 3 today. Didn't necessarily think that he had a good day at the plate. Got underneath a couple of pitches. JT got on top of a couple of pitches too. Grounded on into that 5-4-3 double play. Rose, thank you. Thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate that very, very much. But yeah, not much else to say. Brian De La Cruz did have himself an RBI single. Now that Yohan Rojas is suspended, you would have to probably say to yourself that Brian De La Cruz has an opportunity. He has a chance. Have him seize the opportunities. That's fine. That's great. Garcia did hit a shot out to center field, but he lined out. And again, 0 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats. Didn't have the best day yet either. He's only had 1 good spring training game so far. I'm just hoping that he's going to be able to find his groove and that Kevin Long can continue to work with him and find ways to figure out how to adjust to just off-speed pitches. But that's what I got on Adolis Garcia today. And nothing much else other than that. Jonathan Bolin did not look good today. He was having a very good spring training up until today. He had a mental mistake that he made over at first base. He didn't get to the ball. He didn't get to the bag. He didn't keep his eye on where the bag was. And that caused bases to be loaded. And then he gave up a bases clearing double on a pitch down the heart and soul of the plate to Abraham Toro. So his first bad outing of spring training left a little bit of a stain, I'm sure, because this is another guy that's battling for one of the back-of-the-end bullpen types of guys, or types of spots, I should say. But, yeah. Team Canada's defense really wasn't so good today. And the only reason why that they really were able to pull this out was because Jonathan Bolin just had a bad inning. But would have liked that to be a little bit better. But if the bad outing is now, fine. Get it over with. Hopefully he does better in his next start or his next outing that he has. Tanner Banks also looks good again. Tanner's been lighting it up in spring training too. You're going to need Tanner Banks to be a high-leverage lefty pitcher, especially if Jose Alvarado is going to struggle. And Jose Alvarado usually is like all over the place. He's either really good and gives you closer-level types of stuff, or he's just really bad. And so if Alvarado's not available one night and you need somebody to come on in to face a lefty like Kyle Tucker, Tanner Banks is going to have to find a way to get the job done. And with the way that he's been doing, with the way that he's been pitching in spring training, it's been good. It's been good. But again, nothing but just a grain of salt. You can take it that way. Or you can be like, hey, I like this, and I'm really excited to see what they can do during the regular season. It looks like that they're trending in the right direction. You can throw it however you want. You can. Rose, thanks again for the sub over on YouTube. And with that, chat, I think that that's going to wrap it up. It is 3:47 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, we got Sixers tonight at 7:30, and then we got WBC at 10 o'clock. We'll be on for both of those streams. I got to get ready for that. I got to make the thumbnail for the Sixers game. I got to get that done, and I got some more stuff that I got to do because we're also going to be up at 5 a.m. calling another World Baseball Classic game, so good stuff. All right, I'll catch you all on the next one. Lila Tov, good night. See you soon.